Welcome back to Ducks Digest, where there's some concerning news out of Palo Alto. During the Oregon and Stanford game this Saturday, running back CJ Verdell experienced an injury mid-game. He was helped off the field and then carted to the locker room. In a post-game conference with Mario Cristobal, he said about the injury, "I'm not sure how long it's going to be. Seems like a pretty significant injury, but I don't know." In that game, Verdell passed Jonathan Stewart for fifth all-time rushing with 2,929 yards. He also moved into a tie for seventh at Oregon in career rushing touchdowns, also with Jonathan Stewart with 27. Max, you were there. You saw what happened. Could you please let us know what went on with this tragic injury?
This was definitely a tough moment for the Ducks. Going on that drive, they were in the red zone, knocking on the door, about to score another touchdown on Stanford, and CJ had been just running so hard the whole day. After that play near the goal line, players kind of emerge from the pile up, and then he's still there. And I got my binoculars, and he was just pounding on the turf, in frustration. And then after that, you saw his right foot kicking, behind him, obviously in frustration and pain. And then he was able to, go off the field, like you were saying, but he was helped off by fellow running back Seven McGee, as well as one of the medical personnel for Oregon. So while he was walking off, he was definitely favoring that left leg, that left side, wasn't putting any pressure on it. So that wasn't good to see. And then, shortly thereafter, the staff, determined that he would need to go to the locker room, and he was carted to the locker room. And what stood out there is that when he was laying down on the cart, one of the trainers was holding his foot, his foot/ankle area. Like we were talking about with Cristobal, we didn't really get a whole lot of specifics on this, so we're just going off what we could see there. But ideally, or you would think that the trainer was holding his foot there, because you wanted to keep it in one position, so it wouldn't worsen. So definitely not a good injury for Oregon. This is definitely the focal point of the offense so far this year. He's been super consistent. He's been the bell cow back. And him and Travis Dye have been a phenomenal duo for the Ducks. So I'm sure we'll get an update on that this week as far as the severity of that injury is concerned. But definitely going to be a huge loss for Oregon here, as it sounds like it could be pretty significant, long-term outlook for the Ducks. But that's what we had. What's what I saw in Palo Alto. Ask that you guys subscribe to the channel here. Helps us keep doing what we're doing, bringing you that Oregon coverage. You can find me on Twitter at mtorsports, and you can find Allie at Allie Sosborne. So stay tuned for our next video when we discuss how this injury potentially affects Oregon's season-long outlook at running back.